Mary Netherton, Daily Chronicle, Evening Edition, June 19th, 1925. Good evening, dear listeners. Edmund Pruitt, addressing you as the village clock, strikes 6 on this warm Friday evening, which concludes another gentle week in our peaceful community. The day has fulfilled its promise of considerable warmth, with temperatures rising steadily throughout the afternoon, as Mr. Higgins predicted. The gentle southeast breeze persisted until approximately 4:30, when it yielded to the still warmth that has become characteristic of our June evenings. Several residents sought the welcoming shade of the pond gazebo during the peak afternoon hours, while others adjusted their outdoor activities to the cooler morning and evening periods. I am pleased to report the conclusion of the village-wide contest for naming Mrs. Hartley's tea-room companion, with submissions closing precisely at 5 o'clock this afternoon as announced. Mrs. Hartley expresses considerable delight at the overwhelming response, noting that the collection box received what she describes as an extraordinary volume of thoughtful and creative suggestions that demonstrate genuine community affection. However, this abundance has presented an unexpected challenge. Mrs. Hartley confides that she finds herself overwhelmed by the quality and suitability of the entries, as each suggestion seems to capture some aspect of the kitten's charming personality. In the spirit of fairness, Mrs. Hartley has announced a change to tomorrow's judging process. Rather than selecting based on personal preference, she will conduct a blind draw from all submitted names on Saturday morning, ensuring that democratic chance, rather than individual bias, determines our newest resident's appellation. Colonel Weatherby has volunteered to oversee this procedure, maintaining what he terms appropriate ceremonial dignity while ensuring complete impartiality in the selection process. Mrs. Dorothy Ashworth's preparations for her family reunion have reached their completion, with all arrangements now finalized for next month's anticipated visit. The lady spent this afternoon adding final touches to young Miss Beatrice's reading nook, including a small collection of pressed wildflowers from the Primrose twins as a welcoming gesture. Mrs. Ashworth expresses particular satisfaction with the preparations, noting that the prospect of sharing our village's natural charms with a scholarly young mind fills me with considerable anticipation. The tea room's iced lavender lemonade proved exceptionally popular throughout the day, with Mrs. Hartley reporting complete depletion of her supply by 4:15. Colonel Weatherby's extended review of his ornithological correspondence attracted considerable attention, particularly when he was observed preparing what he described to Constable Porter as urgent additional documentation requiring immediate metropolitan attention. The gentleman dispatched his correspondence with evident urgency during the afternoon post-collection. Mrs. Barnes's leghorn hen produced its customary afternoon egg despite the considerable warmth, maintaining what Dr. Peterson now considers a documented pattern of remarkable seasonal adaptability. The bird was observed conducting a brief constitutional during the cooler early evening hours, suggesting what Mrs. Barnes interprets as prudent accommodation to climatic demands while preserving agricultural dedication. The Summer Fete Planning Committee's preparations continue to generate considerable enthusiasm throughout the village, with Mrs. Hargrove noting that Monday's detailed planning sessions promise to finalize arrangements for what she anticipates will be an occasion that celebrates both our cherished traditions and the thoughtful innovations that have enriched our community life. That concludes our evening report. This is Edmund Pruitt bidding you good night from St. Mary Netherton, where Friday draws to a close with the satisfaction of democratic participation completed and the gentle anticipation of weekend pleasures enhanced by the continuing warmth of our peaceful June days.